Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France deck G454 with V, Lumen, and Quatenins. Looking at this first pile, I see Country Doctor and Baker's Servant. Those are the best two cards by far. Manufacturer is okay and Puppeteer is okay. But I think the pick is pretty clearly Country Doctor. It would be great to get Baker's Servant back after a Country Doctor start, but there's pretty much no way that's happening. I could maybe do Rancher, go for a Rancher opening, depending on what else I see in the draft. Does Forester count as planted fields? They're not plowed fields, but they might be planted fields. I'm not sure. I'll look up quickly. Hey, Midilol. I wouldn't take Forester here either way, but hey, Modino. Yeah, so for me, the pick here, probably Miser or Parquet Setter. Miser seems a little worse with Country Doctor because I don't want to build all that many rooms. But it's better. It's a better card than Parquet Setter, I think. We'll take it here and see what comes back. So we've got, well, I'm regretting not taking Parquet Setter already. Beekeeper is pretty good with Parquet Setter. Vegetable Vendor, Blacksmith, Pieceworker. With Country Doctor, you want a source of crops. Getting crops pretty easily because ideally I would like to only sow one time. So I need to get like 2 grain and a vegetable, or a grain, 2 vegetable, whatever. So Pieceworker helps with that. We've also got Beekeeper, which is very playable. Blacksmith, which is very playable. Vegetable Vendor. Kind of any of those work. I'll take Vegetable Vendor. And then if someone else plays the Blacksmith, I'll benefit off of building lots of major improvements. Shearer is okay too. Yeah, I'm not so high on Pieceworker anymore. It's not my favorite. Well, with Traveling Salesman, Vegetable Vendor is kind of a thing. More flexibility when I want to take vegetable. I mean, Supervisor, considering I know that there's the wood each round guy, that would kind of be an option. Get my fields done. So like, what would that farm look like? It would be probably like 3 rooms, 3 fields, fence 12, supervisor, into getting a bunch of bonus points. Or I could take something like Harvest Helper, which gets me my grain. Let's try Supervisor. I'm not sure if it'll be the right play, but we'll try it. And take Rancher here, definitely. With Supervisor, Rancher, I got a pretty good incentive to cover all the spaces on my farm. Are you going to go for 1 room, then Country Doctor? Yeah, most likely. Most likely. It'll probably be too slow for me to go for multiple room, to go for the Country Doctor growth first. But with Rancher, I certainly have a pretty strong incentive for plowing a field a couple times early in the game. So I'm kind of thinking plow a couple field early in the game, and then hopefully Rancher gives me enough wood that I can fence earlier than normal. I can fence to cover the rest of my farm in round 10, and then play supervisor. And then maybe country doctor comes even after that. Like maybe I go for the crops in growth in round 12 or something. Like if I set up for plow sow or something. Not sure. We'll have to see. We'll see how the early game goes and what my options are. Well, Forrester came back, so I need to look up. Now's the time where I have to look up if Forrester can combo or not. So let's check out the France deck because he's in that. What did I put in here? I haven't looked at this in a long time. I kind of did some work with it and then I kind of stopped. Country doctor is what we're looking for here. Fields must be planted. That's like the least interesting part. What are planted fields? That's what I want a definition of. Let's look at the WM compendium. Yeah, this one's nicely formatted. What are we looking for? We're looking for something with a prerequisite. Hey, Marska. We're looking for something with a prerequisite for planted fields, ideally. So it triggers edible roots, so that's something. It's really that that one grain, one vegetable planted field card that I'm looking for. What is that one called? I don't remember. Plum patch. One grain field, one. Well, of course, it specifies grain and vegetable, so that one doesn't help. Something that requires planted fields. I think they count. I think they count. Does Forrester say anything about planted fields? No. But I'm pretty sure acreage counts as planted fields. So if acreage does, then I think Forrester should as well. Let's look at acreage. Counts as... That's an awful rule. 2 fields towards the purpose of minor improvements? Awful. I guess it's talking about 2 fields when it's sown on, but I don't know. That's the way that's written is just bad. Yeah, I think it works. I think we can take it and argue that it works. Show Forrester, sure. They're probably wondering what's taking so long. So let's look at Forrester. Whenever you use the sow action, plant up to a maximum of 3 wood on this card. And as shown, the wood is treated the same as sown grain and is harvested during the field phase. And Doe Academy subscribed for their 3rd month. Says, hey Will, keep it up. Nice games recently. Thank you so much. And I love the Play-Ag Well spam. That's what I want to see. Forester and Country Doctor. Yeah, we're gonna say that it works. All right. I like it. I like the certainty. There's also the option of clay plaster because I could reno and then build 2 clay, 1 reed rooms with Miser, which would be okay, but with Country Doctor, I think the Forester line is a bit stronger. And then this pick is definitely Beekeeper, occupies a space. Looks good. All right. So if Forester, I don't think so. Forester, the empty when it's empty doesn't count as fields, but when you sow the grain onto it, I do believe it counts as planted fields. That's my argument. So like Forester in and of itself is not 3 fields, no, but once you sow onto it, I think they'll say it was. I think asking in chat is fine because it doesn't give away too much. I prefer not to though, especially not when we're still drafting. So yeah, we've got Sleeping Corner, good card, especially if I want to plow a couple times early. We've got Bookshelf, which is fantastic, especially if I'm going to play a bunch of occupations. Clay Pit, Prize Squash. Prize Squash is going to be really awesome with my game, I think. I think I'll take Bookshelf here. I've got a bunch of cards, occupations that I would like to play relatively early, so yeah, I think Bookshelf. The only one that I probably really don't want to play is Miser. Supervisor will be questionable, but probably the rest are all worth playing. Jarvis says, could also just plant 3 fields and Sleeping Corner plus dock. Yeah, that's true. But then you have to take the crops. I agree, Jarvis says, I agree that it would count as a planted field, but as a planted grain field if that's what I'm planting. Yeah, that's pretty much my analysis. A lot of incentive for early plowing. Midi losses, I would take Sleeping Corner. Bakery Squash are pretty likely to come back. I took Bookshelf. I think the food is going to be actually quite important for my game. If I'm spending a lot of time plowing, I'm not spending a lot of time getting food. That's sort of the analysis I'm doing. This card is what? What could it be? Could it be Spare Fence Post because that fills my farm a little bit faster? For my Supervisor, lets me get filled a little quicker. I think probably I just take Dovecoat though. Dovecoat's a pretty solid card, especially if the save a stone, pay a food for a stone guy comes back. It's pretty solid. Oh, this is actually pretty interesting. I like Ruins when I know that the blacksmith is out there, but I think I'd probably take Field here. Field with Rancher, pretty good. I think I gotta take Field here. Maybe losses. I mean, are you really going to play all occupations? I think I might play 6. I think I probably don't play Miser. I might play the rest. Like, there's a chance I don't build a room. I Country Doctor Forester for my first growth, and then Supervisor like as quickly as I can. Definitely think it's possible. Okay, so when I have plans for an early plow game, I don't have a great source of crops, so I think I'm going to take Reed Nursery here. Vegetable Vendor is a way of getting vegetable, but I want point ceiling if I'm not going to do an especially big house. So Reed Nursery is a pretty good point ceiling card. And then, oh, none of the cards I wanted came back, unfortunately. Stone Garden and So Like Crazy. The problem with Stone Garden is it takes too long to pay off, I think. Yeah, I like Sofa here. I like Bakery here. I'm pretty much between those two. Um, I don't have a good source of grain, so I think I'll take Sofa here. And Sofa actually gives me a pretty good incentive to stay on a two-room house. And then this one, I haven't seen any other plows, so I won't take Punter. So it's between Spare Fence Posts and Reed Exchange. Reed Exchange powers my Reed Nursery and my Sofa. Spare Fence Post lets me gain 2 wood and fence that one action earlier for my supervisor. So Spare Fence Posts or Reed Exchange. Reed Exchange lets me power my Reed Nursery. Like I could Reed Exchange 2 useless clay to 2 Reed and then sow 3 Reed and do kind of that direction. Or I could do Spare Fence Posts for extra wood. And I think I'll take Reed Exchange for... It's maybe a little more flexible. I don't love playing Spare Fence Posts. Probably take Liquid Manure here. I don't think I'm going to go for an early Fireplace, so I don't think Ram is where I want to be. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to focus on plowing. Let's look up Liquid Manure quickly and see if it's going to trigger our Forester and that kind of thing. If you plant a wood with Copse or Forester, it triggers. Additional food on the vineyard triggers. So Reed Nursery it's reasonable to assume Reed Nursery triggers as well. So Liquid Manure for Reed Nursery at the end of the game will actually be a reasonable play. Alright, we start in second, which is a great spot, best place to be in. Joinery looks nice this game. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I'm going to play Rancher here. There's a chance someone first action plows. But I don't see that as being all that likely. It's certainly possible, but with the Stonehouse Builder coming out for Quatenins, I'm going to hope that they want Reedstone food more than plow a field. Yeah. So plowing has a wood on it, which is nice. He takes 2 clay with the sheep coming in round 1, eyeing probably that first Fireplace. Yeah, my feeding is kind of suspect here. I'm going to have to figure that out. But like, I can play Beekeeper in round 2. Beekeeper and take 2 Reed, or Beekeeper and take wood, or Beekeeper and plow. And like, that'll give me a pretty significant lead over everyone else. I could Reedstone food or 2 Reed, but I'm really strongly considering not building and just Forester Country Doctor growth. Jarvis says, has there been new information on the anniversary edition? Yeah, I wish, but there has not. Let's play Beekeeper here. Alex Remy says, hey Canadian brother. Hello. Yeah, all the updates have been on Board Game Geek, Jarvis. So if you're curious, I'd keep an eye on there. They occasionally are getting posted by the developers, so. V plays, puppeteer. Yeah, occupation is like way hotter than any other space, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna plow another field here. I could do something else, but plowing will seem like it should guarantee my rancher for a long time. So I'll just keep focusing on plowing. And everyone's gonna guess that I first picked field doctor, but I did not. I picked something else. Jarvis says, last time I checked it was that the artist needed a lot of time. Yeah, it sounds like they're not scaling their operations very well, and they have like one artist doing all of their games, or only one artist that works on Agricola, and it's just taking way too long, which is like, okay, hire another artist then. Like, there's clearly a huge amount of interest about it because people ask about it all the time. They're posting about it, you know. And especially I would buy it just to get a copy of the G45 deck. Like, Nathan and I would love to play G45 in person, which we could print it out, but so I need food. Ideally, I would like a 4 food action because 4 food would pay for my forester. But I might have to do like Reedstone Food 3 wood or something. Lumen, if family growth comes around 5, we are going to be in a hard position. Wow, puppeteer plus groupie. We played puppeteer plus groupie. So literally no one will want to go on the traveling players space. 3 food is enough. You get 1 food from Pete. Thank you. You were right. I've you know how long it's been since I played Beekeeper, Mariska? I think it's a pretty interesting card. Like, especially there's a lot of stables matter in the most recent set. But yeah, that's funny. I totally forgot about that. So if I do food here, then I would probably want to start player with my second action to set up occupation round 4. Because if I don't start player, I don't think I'm getting on cheap occupation. Or I could... No, I can't afford expensive occupation here. Or I could just take wood. No, I think I want my rancher to give me my last wood for forester. I think that's the way we're going to play this. We're going to take 3 food fishing. Take a grain to sow grain as well. That's a good idea. Yeah, I could do that. I'll see if anyone else has taken start player by the time it comes to me. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Look at Lumen. 2 reedstone food actions, 5 wood, 4 reed, 2 stone. But unfortunately for him, Stonehouse Builder is in the game. He's got it as well. I hope Quata didn't start players hoping for a nice wood action next round. That would make me happy. Yes. Yes. Start player baby sling. Alright, so I'll take 3 wood because I don't want to pass a 6 wood action. And then I should get first action cheap occupation. So we'll have to keep an eye on stables if people are looking likely to build stables. Don't like the 3 wood play. That's fair because it's not the focus of my game. I mean, I don't want to I don't want to give up 6 wood to Quatenins. That's kind of the way I was thinking about it. Nah, you're not worried about that. You're more worried about your own game. That's fair. That's a fair call. When's the last time? Oh, I called it. I knew people were going to be surprised when I played Forester. I worry too much. Yeah. I might ignore grain this game, Marska. I might focus on sowing vegetables and reed rather than sowing grain. Sowing grain here would create a long game impact. That's true. That is true. I might. The other thing is, if I take wood, I might. I do want a couple wood grabs because a supervisor is the other way I'm looking. Like taking occasional good wood grabs will help me grow my family earlier because supervisor is effectively a family growth. So that's another way I'm looking at this, is that I'm going to go for 5 fields and then fence 15, and then supervisor and country doctor are my 2 growths. This stream is a good excuse to take a lunch break. That's funny. That's very funny. All right, let's do it. I'll do markers. Three food, 1 bee. And then harvest back. I still have more unused spaces, or fewer unused spaces than Quatenins, because he only built covered 2 spaces. Get a wood round 5. Yeah, the nice thing about the supervisor growth is I don't have to pay for it. I don't have to pay a food or anything. It's not like the Stonehouse one. It's just a person, just a growth that I don't have to pay for. So that's why it's kind of appealing for me to go for it as soon as possible. Doe Academy says start player bookshelf and country doctor. That sounds like an excellent plan. Because Quatenins will not likely start player first move. Unless they're seeing my field doctor coming. That's possible. And bookshelf pays off before I pay the cost of the occupation, so I can afford to play it with 0 food in hand. Oh man. This is going to be pretty savage. It's possible they block my growth action, but you never know. If they do block it off, there's 5 food traveling players or 4 wood. Both are okay options. Ooh, V plays Ware Salesman. Okay, so they probably will block my occupation then. Although Lumen, if he blocks my occupation, doesn't grow ahead of Quatenins. Yeah, Lumen needs to Reno. Or, what? Whoa. That is not what I was expecting to see. Basket Maker's Workshop for Lumen after Ware Salesman. I thought Lumen was going to double build. There will always be food on traveling players. All right, here's where I have the conversation with the rest of the let me just copy all of this. Whenever you use a sowing action, plant wood. Wood is treated the same as sown grain. You place up to 3 wood in each harvest. If you place 4, it does not count for animal feed. Where do you see that? But it does say that it triggers off of stuff that interacts with grain fields. I don't know. If it doesn't count, it doesn't count. Four planted fields. Copse, giant pumpkin, and forester. Oh, shit. Why would that not be under the forester thing? What else relies on planted fields? Oh, here's a combo. Empty plowed fields. Permaculturist. Okay, where's the WM2 compendium? Okay, they're letting me do it. Yay! Can't imagine how it wouldn't work. Forester bad enough as is. Give the card something. Yeah. Lumen says Chris is a dick anyways. Surprise! That's funny. Okay, I got a first action start player. I don't actually have to first action start player. Lumen would have to start player into build a room, and I don't mind if Quatinen's first action start players because of yeah, I think, you know what, I think I actually need to be greedy here. I need to 6 wood or traveling players and gamble that family growth will come back. You know what? The only way I can lose family growth is if Lumen does that specific combo. So I think I'm going to traveling players here. Did I take a wood? He never sent farm after adding 2 reed to his supply. It's kind of annoying. So I could play reed exchange. Is Lumen thinking about start player? No, he's going for the wood. Oh, good. Okay, so my family growth seems safe. Actually, no. V could jump me. There's a chance that V jumps me. But with clay plaster, I'm pretty sure he wants the Reno. But I don't know. Quatenins has the baby sling, so I'm a little less worried about interacting with Quatenins. Yeah, he does start player. Okay, that works. That works. So I'll play an occupation here. And I'll play veggie vendor. Net 2 food. V is playing clay pit here, so I assume that's going to be on a Reno action. Reno plus clay pit. Yep, and going to build clay rooms rather than wood rooms. Not plow to be closer to supervisor and safer on rancher. No, I think I'm going to plow with field, so I should be fine. I'll plow with field next round and I should be okay. There's a chance that Lumen triple builds and then he ties with me. Or he builds 2 rooms and a bunch of stables and gets ahead of me. But I don't think he'll do it this round. I think he'll do it next round because he can interact with V next round, which he can't do here. Yeah, this is part of why I really like a card like Bookshelf. You want to play your occupations to develop your game and take food at the same time. So Bookshelf, just such a strong card. Alright, Lumen goes after the Forester. So you know what? Or the Rancher. Even if I had plowed here, I still wouldn't have more. I still wouldn't be collecting on Rancher. So that's okay. So I expect Quatenins to baby sling here, in which case I'm obligated to first action use the family growth space, and I'll play field. I have reed nursery as well, but I can play reed nursery later. I don't have to play it here. I haven't played a 2-room game in a while. I mean, I can always field with my second action here. The other thing is, I can start using Rancher. I'm going to collect 6 more wood from my forester. So 1 wood action gets me fence 15. So I'm not too worried about it. Oh, V has clay hut extension. Not bad, not bad. How did I grow? I have Country Doctor in hand. I have Country Doctor played. Country Doctor says you're allowed to. Country Doctor says you're allowed to family growth if you have 3 planted fields, and then I have Forester, which is counting as 3 planted fields. Because my Forester, I planted 3 wood. I planted a bunch of wood on it. I should have a person. Don't know where that person went. So I can plow here. Don't really see anything else that I want to do, actually. I want to take wood, but I'm pretty sure there are going to be even better wood actions next. Are there going to be better wood actions next round? Maybe not. So feed 4 plus B. Lumen says, did I get Field Doctor also? Come on, Lumen, you know that's not the case. You would have had to pass it to me. So, when is Supervisor going to come out? I need 1 more plow action either way. So, if I need a plow action, I need a plow and a fence action, and I need more wood. I need all of those things. The Field Doctor fake out. Thing is, I guess it's. Oh, Lumen didn't pass to me. Quatinance passed to me. So there's a chance that I first picked Country Doctor, second pick Field Doctor, or vice versa. Nope. But Supervisor is going to be pretty similar. Like, it's going to come a couple rounds later. Or maybe a round later. But the thing about Supervisors, I don't have to pay for it, and I don't have to actually use a family growth action, which is pretty nice. I'm not competing with for family growth at all. Do I get Rancher here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I do. Yep, because I'm beating Lumen now. Yep. Yep, Marska, good. I agree. 4 wood and then fence 15. And yeah, joinery as well as building 4 stables looking like good options in this game. Because I'll have an excess of wood. Pretty sure 2 of the wood are going to go to Reed Exchange, but Doe Academy says, is big fencing worth it this early? Might be limiting my point ceiling to only holding 2 animal types. No, I think it's okay. I won't do 9 spaces. I'll fence 8 spaces. So I'll leave room for 2, 3, and 6, and then I'll probably build stables because of Rancher. So I think I'll be fine. That flea market's gotten around, which is interesting. Means a lot of food has needed to be injected into the game. Just build the well. Yeah, well would be good as well. If 3 stone comes back, I'll definitely think about it. The problem is, I'm pretty sure Quatenins is Reno plus well. With Remodeler in hand. I think as soon as I take 3... Yeah, I think as soon as 3 stone goes, we're going to see Quatenins, Reno well here. No, Manufacturer. Oh, man. So Lumen gets the well. Actually, it's possible somebody still has that other card. Well, definitely Fence here. Quatenins is I'm not worried about Quatenins. Quatenins doing anything. He's gonna Reno. I'm quite sure. So I can take 6 clay, I can take 4 wood, 3 reed, plowing another field. Any of those are options. Joinery's a must-have and it's gone. Yeah, might be. Yeah, Manufacturer. Do the small fences on the left because the stable doesn't double capacity. Oh, good observation. And Unknown is making the same observation. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. So I want to invert. Good observation, guys. I didn't think about that one. Yeah, I didn't think anyone would object. So pottery first, and then looks like joinery is next, most likely. No, I want you to move all the fences. Yeah. So I'll take 6 clay here. Although Lumen has the first action family growth, right? Only 3. Oh, I see. I do like that. Good. It's a puzzle. I get a wood from Rancher. Flip the fences upside down. Yes. Good good observation. Lumen is a genius. Yeah, I didn't see that either. And I enjoy Cloister Dweller. Oh yeah, first pick Cloister Dweller for sure for me. So this round I probably major, minor, cooking hearth, occupation, supervisor, and plow as my 3 moves. I think that's probably what I do. Yeah, there's the joinery for Quatenins. Correctly predicted by chat. I'll plow first because as soon as I play supervisor, occupation is going to get blocked. My vegetable action I'll leave to my last one. 4 reed is not bad. Yeah, with reed nursery, 4 reed's not bad. Thing is, I need feeding. The thing is, guys, I need feeding for round 11. I don't want to have to go on traveling players anymore because I think like other players might want traveling players. For example, Quatenens. Can get it on Renault. I can get it on Renault, but I get vegetables as well. Yeah, animals would be good as well. uh, Miller here. So there's that fire. There's that cooking hearth gone. No one else has fences. Plenty of good grabs coming. Well, V does have a cooking improvement. Yeah, Lumen not likely to take more animals, but V and I, sure. We'll see what happens. Fortunately, Bookshelf gains me a food even on the expensive space, and then I get a food from Beekeeper, so I have enough food to not take food before this next harvest. Just barely. Yeah, Lumen going on traveling players. Yeah, so then we'll see V probably take the 2 boar, I would think. And V plays Blacksmith. Okay, I am actually reasonably happy to see that. I have a couple stone cards that I wouldn't mind playing. But if I could go for the well... Oh, V builds the well. Makes sense. Yep. This is nice for V. I think probably how well V will do will depend on how many more times we go on something else. Doe Academy says Sawmill was in draft. That's a good observation. Yeah, that's a good point. Yep, Sawmill was in the draft. So. Well, I'm certainly playing Supervisor here. Flea Market into my hand. Net plus F. Yeah, and V gets to take 5 wood. Whoa, no, V didn't go. Went for the boar. All right, needed the food for traveling players, of course, because he put out 3 food there. Okay, I could one vegetable play cooking hearth, expensive cooking hearth here. Let's do that. Get a vegetable. 5 food, B to feed. And then harvest 3 wood off of my forester. Yes, now my game plan is about sowing some vegetables to feed in the next couple harvests. And getting on family growth even without room. Those are good. So, yeah, passing 6 wood sucks. Sucks so much, but I think I do it to take the reed here. Because the reed is going to be huge points for me. Yeah. Definitely passing 6 wood to my opponents hurts a lot, but... Oh, I get a wood rancher. I wonder if Lumen just realized I have Reed Nursery. You're running out of point moves. Sorry. I am running out of point moves. So probably vegetable, play reed nursery, and then sow this round. So I have one free move. So I could take grain with that move. Veggie. I think what I do is veggie reed nursery, and then so 2 vegetable, 3 reed, and 3 wood. Yeah, no rush on sofa. I would have played fireplace and then upgraded. I think with blacksmith out, Maruska, I like playing clay oven here better than fireplace and then upgrading. Like, the clay seems to be reasonably available. I could take grain, yeah. Could do grain, vegetable, so as my next 3 moves. By the way, those grain would be already harvested at this point. Yeah. But I think there's still a chance that I hit 3 points in the grain category anyways, so I'm not... Like, sure, the grain would be impactful, because I could build clay oven or stone oven instead of cooking hearth, but I think with vegetable vendor, I have no problem playing the cooking hearth and going on the vegetable space a bunch. Oh, Lumen buys a grain, sure. So I'm not taking grain here. Probably taking clay then. Clay enables Reno plus clay oven, which I want to do. Hey, look who's announcing a game. It's Maruska. You're never going to let that down, eh? You're going to be bringing up that grain for the rest of the time. To be fair, I supervisored 1 round earlier, as I correctly predicted, because of that grain wood grab. That 3 wood, I would have fenced 15 later if I hadn't taken it. V plays 2 rooms, 4 stables. So there's a chance Lumen is just going to major minor clay oven here. If he doesn't, I'll definitely go for it. Well, do I do it? I want to get on that. I definitely want to get on the sow space. Okay, occupation baker's servant. Okay, I definitely need to go for clay oven then with this move. Whenever you bake bread, you can plow a field. Yeah, he's clearly setting himself up. Oh, it could be stone oven. Would he clay oven or stone oven first? V looks strong. Yeah. V is looking good. I can block his improvement space. I think I'll do that. He wants the Reno stone oven. Let's see if that's what he does. If that's what he does, then I can get clay oven, and I'm happy. Sawmill and I don't have stone. Oh, that's a good point. I missed that. I totally missed that. Oh, you're right, Dough Academy. I should have had one stone in my supply. That's why he said shit when I grabbed a reed. Oh, you're talking about Medino, you're talking about Lumen. Yeah, Lumen has Basket Maker's Workshop. Okay, Lumen is going for the stone oven. Okay. So I expect Quatenins will build clay oven then. Or no, he'll build the joinery again. Lumen bakes both grain. I'm a little surprised by that. I guess with Peaceworker he accumulates quickly enough. I was thinking though, you hold one grain, and then you do that again, and you can sow two. You'll have 3 in supply. Yeah, Quatenins Renos. Or gets that joinery. Not too good. Okay, well really nobody else can sow legally next round. So I will clay oven here. Eat a vegetable, play the smith. And then wood rancher. Yeah. Yeah, going for that joinery would have been... Yeah, that joinery was very important. You're right about that. Yeah, so is safe. So definitely taking animals at last. Nice thing about being seated after the baby sling is that if I let Quatenins family growth without room, then I get it as well. And it'll be pretty important for me. That'll be a lot of points. Don't need to be really rushing sowing. It would be nice to sow this round because then I can get my vegetables off and then re-sow in round 14. Because the reed won't come off in time. But the vegetables will. Start player sofa second. If I could know that round 12 was family growth, yes. But I think what I would rather do, and I will sow wood, yes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... If someone else wants to start player, fine. But I'm going to wait to see if cattle is going to become 2. Because if plow sow comes out, I don't want plow sow. I want 2 cattle. But if family growth comes out round 12, family growth round 12 would be good. But I have time to wait. I don't think the other players are going to start player that aggressively. Not because V doesn't need family growth without room. Lumen, I think, is probably going to do his sow combo again. SP is fine because at least you can cattle. I agree, the cattle is nice. Liquid manure later. That's a good point. Okay, yeah, I like the idea of playing liquid manure. Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all, actually. Do I need food? I could flea market here. I'll play sofa first. Flea market maybe can wait. Flea market can wait until family growth is out, and then I start playing into flea market. 3 stone is Reno Dovecote. Yep. And it's 2 Renos, because I pay for Dovecote and then I get to Reno to stone as well. Yeah, I like that idea. So I eat a vegetable, a bee, and 2 food. Or I flea market. Yeah, maybe 3 stone into Reno flea market, and then I can Dovecote when I go to a stone house. Where are all the majors? Yeah. They're all gone. And actually, most of them came out before Blacksmith. Stone Oven was after Blacksmith. Well was after. I guess Pottery or Joinery was after Blacksmith, but there was Manufacturer as well. Yeah, I think taking the stone makes sense here. I like that idea. Flea market's gonna go all the way around, which I've never seen before. This just goes to show how aggressively we've all been going on family growth. Lumen's got Debt Collector. Ooh, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so with that, I think we really need family growth to come around 12. If family growth doesn't come around 12, we're in trouble. I mean, cattle's not bad compensation, but yeah. Quatenins plays Immigrant Son. So yeah, there's just going to be a ton of point actions available for my opponents. So we'll play Flea Market. We'll dump a read on what space? A read on Major Minor? Or a read on Vegetable? The other players want vegetables. They shouldn't really want Major Minor anymore, so we'll dump it on Major Minor. Five food B. New round. It is Plauso, unfortunately. So we'll take cattle, 2 cattle. And then we can start player liquid manure. Start player liquid manure to set up Plauso for family growth round 13. And then sow regularly. Pretty sure we already looked this up, but I think liquid manure does activate on Forester. Like, it specifies grain or vegetable, but for whatever reason, that one ruling says Forester does not count. Which is a shame. Like, I agree, Forester is not a planted grain field, but I do think it's a planted field. Which is why the rule really does not make sense to me, but... Alright, start player liquid manure here. Rancher, rancher, rancher. Oh, thank you. Oh wow, Lumen is activating something on Major Minor. He's activating his Peace Worker. Oh, that's fun. Sleeping Corner. Hey, there's that card. This was a weird game. There's a lot of very strong stuff in the game, in the draft. So I can sow here. Or I could, yeah, vegetable is occupied. I would like to sow after taking vegetable, or after taking grain. Maybe I play vegetable here, and I could play, what could I play? Oh, you know what? I never paid for my, I should have no reed in my supply. Or I should have no clay in my supply. When I renoed at the end of last round. Round 11, reno. I did remove a reed, but I did not remove... I never paid for my reno at all. Never paid for reno last round. So I'm down to one reed in my supply, as far as I can tell. So I could... I probably want to take reed then, before I sow. So I could play reed exchange here and get an extra vegetable. I think I like that better than going on Major Minor. Five food? No, I think I'd rather get an extra vegetable. People are hurting for food. Yeah, but they have a ton of actions. Like, Quatenins has, like, two wood and a clay represent 7 food for him. And he's on 8 people, so I think he's fine. Lumen has all his sheep, so I mean he doesn't have a way of eating the sheep. Yeah, Lumen's kind of hurting for food a bit, but he does have Basket Maker's Workshop for representing 6 food. V going on the 5 food traveling players just gives V an extra action. Although that action has to be worth more than 2 food, so Plus he doesn't get guest. Wouldn't he just eat a sheep to get the guest? He's got cooking hearth and 3 sheep on his farm, so I would probably just eat the sheep, and then you can take 1 boar, and then you've made the board worse for everyone else. I would like to get on grain, but it seems like it's not happening, so I'm just gonna sow all this stuff. Don't need to sow. The 9th, it's worth a point, right? I would probably rather sow 3 vegetable. Oh, I only need 8 reed. Oh, beautiful. I didn't realize that. Alex says, come play with Maruska and I. Looks like plus wood harvester. Quatman's has apiary, nice card. Once I am done this game, come join and play another game. Is that what you're gonna say? I need to eat. I don't think I'm gonna play another. I would like to, but I've got to get some stuff done. I gotta be productive today. I'd like to did I already announce plus wood rancher? I don't think I did. Get my guest. Family growth. My farm looks pretty. I need to be productive. I do. So, eating a boar lets me reno dovecote. I definitely want to build stables. Does liquid work with... I assume it does, Medino, because it works with... Liquid manure, it explicitly works with Forester. It's very clear in the compendium that it does work with Forester. So since it works with wood, I assume it works with the grain, or with the reed. And it also specifies that it works... There's a card that lets you sow food, and it says it works with the food as well. So it seems like anytime you're sowing, it seems to improve the sow action. So I can afford to eat 2 grain without, or 2 vegetables without eating any points. So that's pretty good. I definitely want to get on and build stables. V plays Occupation Margrave. What? Oh, someone traveling player last round. Oh, that's why. No, I have two vegetables to eat. I'm wondering how many more times I'm gonna go on vegetable or major minor. I'm not sure what that number will be. I think we take 2 sheep here. I'm thinking about major minor lumber into 4 stables. Oh no, I can only build 3 stables, so I don't actually need any more wood. I have 9 vegetables. Oh, you're right, I do have 9 vegetables. You know what, Maruska, I'm so used to having 2 vegetables per field. Yeah, you're right. You did the math. Yeah. Yeah. I just looked. I'm like 3 vegetable fields. Oh, they're all full. Okay, that's 6 vegetables. You're right. I can eat 5 vegetables. You're totally right. That's 15 food right there. So hopefully I don't have to eat any animals. So I should make sure that my next action is, or that my stable action is safe, to make sure I get there. Reno Dovecote looks safe. You did the math. That's funny. Oh, we forgot to spam. Oh, I always forget. You get to spam the emote when the well gets built. I also think it's kind of like I think there's like good English. I guess they're idioms. You would say they're good English idioms like "go to the well" or like "draw from the well." Which like if I'm doing a strategy that I do a lot, um, then I think that would be like if it's like, oh, whenever I play 7 occupations, or I play 6 occupations in the first 8 rounds. Would I need to pay one food to? That's a good question. You will not have moves anyways, like moves where I'm gonna make points. Um, yeah. I know. I know what you mean. So like something like grain is important. Yeah, you're right, Mariska. And Lumen does traveling players. Payment to yourself can be waived. Yeah, I agree with Lumen. Put it well. Okay, is my stable action safe? It should be. So I could do something else here. So if I don't eat any boar, my boar go up a point. If I don't eat any cattle, my cattle go up. Same with my sheep. So basically, all my animals are at a good threshold. Um, Grain. I am running out of points. My last round, I'm not going to have that many points left. So 3 stables. What am I doing in the last round other than taking food? Taking two of an animal if it's available. Although I can't hold 2 of that many. B, harvest, eat 3 vegetable, 2 veg. What I need to feed 7, so 2V, 1V. And then I breed everything. Newman says this game has been such a disaster. Yeah, I have to say thank you to my opponents for being nice about the Forester plus Country Doctor combo. Because Lumen did point out correctly that other card that seemed to say it doesn't work. For animal feed. It's specifically animal feed that says for requirement for planted fields. So it says Forester does not count as a planted field. By the way, you don't have food to pay blacksmith this round. I mean, I could just eat something, but yeah. I'll reno next round. Oh, you mean in round 14? May get family growth. Stable this round, reno next. I agree. First supervisor I've seen that worked out. Yeah. Supervisor has worked pretty nicely. No, normally you can't supervisor on a 2-room house. That's the big... And, like, you don't get as much wood as I do. Like, Rancher, Forester gave me... Both were, like, 6 wood actions for me. There was a ridiculous amount of wood in this game anyways, which was kind of weird, because we had V not building any wood rooms. You know, this is kind of a funny game. To me, it makes complete sense that it works. Wow, V, flea market. Flea market, 5 uses. Yes, we have an abundance of resources in this game. And we need food. Well, there's no more majors left. My only points are multiples of an animal and multiples of grain. So I really, aside from my reno action, really have like no moves here. My only moves are taking away points from my opponents and family growth. I did not harvest my reed. No, I didn't bother. Because the reed, I'm only, like, they just go onto the reed nursery, so I think it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I want family growth, I want reno. Otherwise, my actions are all taking points away from my opponents. You can play occupation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, to block the immigrant son, right? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this game has gone. I have to say, my opponents were really nice about letting me... There are a couple of key factors. Family growth coming around 7, but the traveling players being available for as much food as it was. That was really important. The other thing was... my opponents let me obviously do the Country Doctor plus Forester play, even though the compendium entry for animal feed, go figure, specifies that Forester does not count as planted fields. So yeah, my opponents were really nice. So it was a kind of neatly constructed game, but it's maybe not the most legal and not supposed to be that important. So, or not supposed to be like played the way I did. So I think it's important to watch that, or to acknowledge that. Would be good to get more vegetables. Oh, I agree. 7 is not enough. I wish I had prize squash here. So this is where you guys were like, take prize squash, and I was like, no, bookshelf. Now I think I was still correct in that, but we look at the end of the game here and we see that I have this much food, 5 fields. Prize squash would be very nice. It would fill a similar role to Read Nursery and Sofa, but I think it's hard to argue that Bookshelf was really great for me. Like, Bookshelf was a 9 food action on Start Player. And I had to go on the expensive occupation a bunch of times. And the timing of my occupations in this game was actually really important. So I should be blocking V, right? So vegetables taken. What does V want to do? I don't even know. What do they like? They like food? I can't block plow. My Renault Dovecote is totally safe. I could take grain threatening to go on So Bake, but I'm pretty sure that Lumen is going to So Bake. I guess I'll just take Boar. Although Boar is not worth a point for them. It is worth food. He did go on So, yeah. Lumen's like, what the hell? Yeah, that really screws Lumen over. I'm going to write a post asking on the rules, asking why does Forester not count as a planted field? V saying sowing is a point. That sucks for Lumen. Yeah, it's just kind of a block move from V. I will continue to block V's food. Do I win? I don't know if I do or not. I haven't counted the points yet. So I got a 4-point sofa. I have a 4-point Read Nursery. Those are all counted normally. No bonus points here. No bonus points anywhere else. So plus 8 points at the end of the game at the moment. Yeah, the fact that I got family growth round 13 and 14 and 2 cattle round 12 was actually pretty... That was the best sequence for me, which I'm surprised it worked out that way, but it did, which is weird. I have 2 actions left. I'll keep blocking points or food, I guess. Then my last action is Renault Dovecote. I better take Start Player because Lumen is tilted and pieced the fuck out. Which is understandable. Because, yeah, V kind of screwed him over really badly. Yes. Food to V. I guess I could have taken stone instead of paying him for blacksmith. That was an option. Then I'll harvest. Didn't I harvest all? Guess I didn't. Oh, I hit so by accident. So I should have that many. 3V to feed. 3 veg to feed. And I breed all my animals, which are already at their point thresholds. And 8 read to 4 points. Alright, let's see what my score ends up at. 57. Wow. That is huge. Huge. With an asterisk because of Country Doctor plus Forester. $57 points. Pretty good. V showing at 51. I see no bonuses. Maybe one from Margrave. So yeah, looks like a win for me. Pretty big win. Yeah, 57 with this on a 2-room strategy. I'm surprised by. Oh, we should take start player from Lumen. I'll put a bunch of stars in chat. So, so just to be totally clear, so yeah, Country Doctor doesn't explicitly say that Forester doesn't count, but for the old animal compendium, animal feed, the IDEC card animal feed requires 4 planted fields and specifically says Copse and Forester do not count as prerequisites, which makes no sense to me at all. But that's what the rule is. Fortunately, my opponents were really nice and let me continue, even as if it does. Partially, I think, because the ruling really does not make sense. So 57 for me, 52 for V, 39, and 44 for Quantumins. So I'm going to write a little post and say, hey, this doesn't make sense. Why is this the way that it is? But yeah, big game. 57 points with no global bonuses on a 2-room house is pretty good. Looking pretty good. So that's going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Thank you to Doe Academy for resubscribing on Twitch. Appreciate it. And also, chat was super active, and that makes it way more fun and definitely motivates for me to stream more. Unfortunately, I can't do any more today. I've got to get stuff done. Next stream, not Wednesday, maybe Thursday, depending on when I get off work. Same with Friday, maybe Friday, depending on when I get off work. But if I don't stream either of those days, I will stream on a Saturday for sure. So that's going to be all. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.